Hey y'all, this is, well, normally I'd say barely there, but today this is a hardly here production. My main man, David Lee, actually came up with his very own review for the movie that you're seeing on screen right now for S. Darko, the much anticipated follow-up movie to 2001's Donnie Darko, the movie that we reviewed just a week ago. The one movie nobody honestly was really clamoring for, and it's actually pretty crappy. And for some reason, Mr. David Lee took it upon himself to actually watch its sequel, S. Darko. And spoiler alert, it's terrible. And as punishment, I made David review this movie. So yeah, without further ado, here is a hardly here production movie review for the movie S. Darko. Live from Oklahoma, it's Saturday night! Oh, I gotta quit smoking. Anyway, enjoy the review.
Why, hello. Hi, guys. I'm David. Hey, nice to meet you. Nice to see you face to face. I am here on Hardly Here with a movie review for you. Hey guys, so I am, you guys from the YouTube channel know me, that know my voice there, but this is my face. I am David. I am the guy who does the reviews with Preston most of the time, and this is a little side project here, hardly here. It's barely there. Don't laugh at me, but laugh. Okay, so why am I here? I am here to do a movie review in my slightly less professional studio than Preston's. I'm here to do a review for S. freaking Darko. And so Preston and I reviewed Donnie Darko a little while ago, and I just wanted to watch it. Afterwards, I wanted to watch S. Darko. I just wanted to see what happens in the movie. I was just curious. I know that it was bad. I heard everybody say that it was bad. I knew there was nothing great about this movie. I wanted to watch it anyway. Preston was strongly against this. He strongly advised against this, but I did it anyway. And I guess like my punishment for doing that was me doing this review. He was very adamant about that. So I am here. Okay. No, the movie was a no. Like just like right off the bat. There were a couple things in this movie that weren't like a total dumpster fire. This wasn't a dumpster fire of all dumpster fires, but the movie was a straight to sci-fi kind of movie, man. Quick synopsis of this movie. This picks up 7 years later after the events of Donnie Darko. Samantha being the main character in this movie. After Donnie died, and Donnie Darko, at the end of Donnie Darko, her family is allegedly like broke up. You know, like they're not very loving in family anymore. She says that she's invisible to her parents. So her and her friend Corey, supposedly from Virginia too, they go on this road trip to become strippers, dancers in California. They go to their car breaks down in Utah. They meet the guy from Gossip Girl in Utah, and he helps fix their car. And they come up Ed Westwick. Ed Westwick helps them in this movie. They're in this small town now. They run into this guy named Iraq Jack, which is technically the new Donnie of this movie. He's the chosen one that's supposed to save the world, but also further on, her friend Corey is also that person. And the movie kind of does an interesting switch around Samantha becomes like the Frank of this movie of S. Darko. Like, she is the future ghost of Christmas past, and she comes back and helps like Iraq Jack to stop the end of the world. So the movie gives away pretty early on that she dies at some point in time. You just don't know when that happens. The movie escalates and introduces a character named Jeremy. Jeremy is Jackson Rathborn from Twilight, Jasper from Twilight, and he has an interest in Samantha Darko. It's very, very creepy how they kind of like each other. Don't watch it. And he ends up killing her by accident the second time. She freaking died twice in this movie. She got hit by a car, and her friend Corey somehow became the person that can like communicate with the like dead person from the future. She saw like the time beams coming out of their, or like the you know, like the little things coming out of their bellies in Donnie Darko. She was able to see all this stuff, and then she like went back in time and stopped Samantha from getting hit by that car. And so it started a whole entire like different timeline, and it was kind of just like, what the heck? It was a little unnecessary. And so in the end, after the character Jeremy ends up killing Samantha by accident, she goes to the character Iraq Jack, which is freaking crazy. He like has post-traumatic stress from being in Desert Storm, and they help like prevent the end of the world. The whole thing happens again where, you know, like he goes to a certain point to where he was supposed to die. In the beginning of the movie, he was sitting on a windmill, and a meteor crashed from that windmill. But future ghost of Christmas past, Samantha Darko, like saves him from that moment, like Frank did to Donnie in the first one, and that kind of starts these events to transpire. So he goes back, he reverses time all the way back, and he ends up back on the windmill where he got crushed. The movie is just like, it's just, again, it's like a straight to sci-fi type of film. It was way too all over the place. I feel like they had like a decent idea. Somebody's like, hey, like let's make a sequel to Donnie Darko. Here's our budget. Here's like our cast. It's really cool that they got back the girl who played Samantha Darko in the first movie. I'm not gonna try to say her name. I've been working all day. Her last name is Chase. So she came back in the movie, which was really cool. There's like two parts in this movie that I thought were actually kind of good, like not good, but kind of like just visually. When I told Preston that I think he had an aneurysm, but it was the very beginning of this movie. Samantha Darko like woke up in the field, and it was really similar to the opening of Donnie Darko, which I thought was just kind of cool. It's just that ambient feel, you know, like random like side panel framing and things like that, and she wakes up in the field, and like there's like the title screen there. I thought that was kind of cool. And then in the end of the movie, there was a meteor shower. There was like these things called tesseracts coming in, supposedly like across the whole world. It was gonna end the world there. That part was kind of cool, just like the feeling and the vibe of it. But that's about it, honestly. This movie didn't have the same tone as Donnie Darko. It didn't have like that same like effect, like that grayscale kind of deal. This movie wasn't like poppy or like peppy at all. Like as an inverse to Donnie Darko being like dark and like gray and depressing. But it just didn't have that same tone. They tried to do way too many things. All the characters were like over-exaggerated versions of the characters in Donnie Darko, with Iraq Jack being the new Donnie, him being freaking crazy with post-traumatic stress, like how Donnie is like misunderstood and people don't understand that he's trying to save the world. There's a pastor in this movie, which was kind of just like dumb. I still don't understand why he was in the movie. It was kind of like a throwback to the gym teacher lady, the Sparkle Nation mom in the first movie. How she's like all like yeah, we gotta do Sparkle Nation, and kind of a mixture of Patrick Swayze in the movie. How like on the outside they seem like really like great people, but on the inside they're monsters. So in the end, I definitely give this movie a no. If you're a curious moviegoer like me, you have my warning. You're not gonna get that much out of this movie. I didn't feel like dead inside after I watched this. Like, it wasn't like, oh my god, I'm gonna jump off a bridge or anything. But it definitely, people are right. You know, you hear people say like this movie wasn't that great. This movie wasn't that great at all. I think when you put it up against Donnie Darko, it just falls like straight flat. It's like almost you can't compare them. I would say this is a disownment. You should really disown Donnie Darko. Should disown S. Darko as a movie. You know. But yeah, so that's about it on that one. Well, guys, thanks for watching. I'm David Hartley here. You will hear my voice next time.